So now we're on to the last match. Uh, Bloodedge is taking on Frosch. Probably done things a bit differently than this. No. It's okay. It's fine. What happened happened. First up for Edge, we have Tempest Blader. When it's placed on the rear guard, another Blue Storm unit gets 3,000 power. But since it's his first ride, that's not gonna happen. And draw trigger. Emilios for grade 2 ride. And a rear. 12k attacker. I didn't see the drive check, but nothing got extra power. Oh, Emilios. Zot was going to just attack, but she calls a rear. Gets a stand trigger. That rear is a very blatant setup for the next turn. Little edge ride. No. The blatant setup is too blatant. And Bloodedge chooses not to take the bait. Gets a perfect guard. And Frosch gets a critical trigger. That means that the third attack won't happen. Frost rides into Yusui. Can't stride. So calls a Shiryuki rear. '18 to the rear wasn't blocked. 16 to Vanguard isn't blocked either, and a draw trigger happens. I'm gonna say it now, so I can't say anything about me stacking anymore. So Edge rides, strides, brings out Tidal Bore. Not gonna try it for 3 battles, just gonna attack. Frost isn't guarding. And Edge heals. So now we see Stride. Brings out Kagamijin. And with Yasui's skill, you can counterblast and bring out 2 copies of something already on the field. And thanks to Kakamijin, they'll both gain 2000 power and the ability to attack even if they're in the back row. Decides to bring out 2 Shiryukis. '13 to the Vanguard is first. All she had to do was rest it, stand it, and rest it again, and it would have gotten the correct power, but okay. Not guarding the Vanguard attack. And heal trigger. Heal does work. So now Edge goes into Legion. Brings out Starless. He has 4 battles no matter what he does, so he's going to double Starless. I think he's going to have Starless standing at the end of it so that he can give any triggers to it. That would be the smart way to do this. Okay, instead we're going to have Milios standing for it. Zot blocks an attack that doesn't need to be blocked. I mean, Frosch does. Well, it doesn't matter. Like I said, it's common knowledge that Frosch is Zot. The starter skill, because this is the 4th battle that the Vanguard is a part of. The rear guard retires and a card is drawn. And with this, it's 2 crit. Draw trigger. And not a trigger. If that Starless had been the one left standing, then another attack could happen. And since no triggers came, it could have been either to the Vanguard or to a rear. I thought that's what he was gonna do, but he didn't. Oh well. She probably would have guarded and would have forced another 5k guard out, but it's not game ending that it didn't happen that way. And there's a ride into Hamura Raider. Frosch can do Yasui's counterblast and get out 2 Shiryukis because those are the only targets that she should have in the deck. And she's not doing that. She's using Oni skill. Her starter can Soul Blast 1, put itself into the hand, and call a unit from the top 3. putting 3 heal triggers down from the hand so that she can put them back into the deck. That is one way to recycle. Going green has a new meaning. Edge takes the rear attack, so he's gonna just take the 2 Vanguard attacks. Well, not take the 2 Vanguard attacks, block the 2 Vanguard attacks is what I was trying to say. Also, any heals that come in the drive checks aren't gonna actually work now. And that's a stand trigger. And a heal trigger. Well then. No heal. No. Edge. Tell her no heal. No heal. No heal. Okay. Pausing the recording. And we're back. Doing a little typing there to make sure that a DC doesn't happen. Hopefully that actually helps with that. I'm not sure if it will or not. So now with Edge's turn. Frosch tried to, for those who don't know, Frosch tried to heal while at 4 damage while Bloodedge was at 5. While the recording was paused, I told her in chats that you can't do that. Now here's the problem with Edge's deck. Most of his 4 battle conditions are based on Legion. If he goes into Stride, then he loses Legion, which means or more say he's not considered to be in Legion, so his 4 battle conditions don't activate. And everything that needs a 4th battle doesn't happen. Anyway, we're gonna take a little more time, so pausing again. Alright, back again. Edge is back. He decides to go with 4 battles. First up is 12k at the Vanguard. Damage isn't a trigger, so the rest can hit. Which means that Frosch has to guard everything. So now to move the units over, don't know why that took as long as it did. Second battle's to the Vanguard. Third battle to the Vanguard. And then fourth battle to the Vanguard. 2 critical, 28k. If he had a booster to call behind the Vanguard, then he could have actually gotten More than 31k on the 4th attack. But if he doesn't have it, better not to go for it. And the final attack is perfect guarded. From what I saw, Edge doesn't have stand triggers. They'd be really great in this situation. No triggers appear at all. So another Hamura Raider using Yasui's skill, but there should only be one Shirayuki back in the deck now, by my count. And my count is correct. Calls a Lake Diver and uses the skill to get more Lake Divers out. And I would be very surprised if Bloodedge can guard everything. Yeah, unfortunately, guarding everything isn't going to happen, even if there's a perfect guard in the hand. He'd have to take at least one attack. On the plus side, he does have to take this, but if a heal trigger does appear... Well, that's a stand. That changes things. Heal trigger! That stand changes everything, though. Even if he has a perfect guard in hand to block the Vanguard, he still has to deal with the rear. So Bloodedge needs another heal trigger. What are the odds? Not good enough. Bloodedge has to go either way, so the battle's over regardless. He wouldn't have been able to take another turn even if he did even if he could survive. So good games. EX takes this one. See everyone next time.